Alrighty. So, just like an S weave, I'm going to start over under from the left. Feel free to start over under from the right. I do believe that this works better if you go over under instead of under over myself. And again, normally these cords would be attached with a lark's head knot, but this ring is so small that that's not happening today. So we're just going to rely on the tension of the weave itself to hold everything in place for us. So we're going to start from the left. Okay, one more note before we get started. Having at least 3 of each color is really important. And the way that this is going to work is we're going to weave in halfway to one piece, and then we're going to go and weave halfway to the other piece and switch. We're going to go 1, over, under, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And this is where we're going to do an interlace. So I'm going to swap from white to red. So I'm going to continue weaving with this strand right here. So I'm going to interlace like so. And that was under, so I'm going to go over, under, over, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 strands into the silver, interlace again, 1, 2, 3. And the way to really keep tension with these is to pull sort of up on those interlaced strands. So we're going to pull up on this one, and up on this one, and the rest of it kind of sits just like normal. There you go, just like so. And now we're going to, so we just did 3, and now we've gone halfway in, we now need to go only 2 in. So once you've woven the first row of the pattern, of the weaving pattern, the mechanics of it, now you just go until you see the same color that you're weaving with. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way through the white. And now I'm running into the white again. So now that means it is time to interlace, like so. Just under, I'm going to swap. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And I'm running into my red. So now I'm going to interlace again. So again, this cord is just going to go under and sort of wrap around that piece there, over, under, all the way home free, just like so. Alright, and we can pull on this one, and we can pull on this one, and pull on this one. You really want to make sure you're kind of pulling up on those, and then pull and lock it down. You're going to pull the cord that you swapped downward, and the cord that you swapped to upward. You're going to have to kind of pull up, and I'm going to sort of squish. You see me pushing here. Squish like that. And then do that sort of a thing there. And should be all set. Alright, just like that. We're going to put my finger in the shed again. So the shed is this space between the bottom cords and the top cords, and I like to put my finger in there, and I actually hold the bottom cords with these 2 fingers, and the top cords with my forefinger and thumb. So now we're going to weave again until we see the white. So we're going to go over, under, and then now I'm at the white, which means it's time to switch to the red. And then, oh, now there's the red, so it's now time to switch to the silver. Just like that. And under, over. So pull up, pull down. You're going to pull down on all of the cords that you swapped from, and up on all of the cords that you swapped to. So this is the one I swapped to. That's what I'm going to pull up. This is a chord I swapped from. I'm going to pull down. And I'm going to have to pull on this chord again, it looks like. Come here. It's much easier with a pair of pliers. I have a pair of jewelry, smooth draft jewelry pliers, needle nose pliers, and those do me a ton of good for this kind of thing. There we go, just like that. And we're going to continue that pattern now that we've done our 3. Now we're out of the paying attention to the next chord, so we're actually going to have to go 1, 2, 3 to the middle once again, and then swap over. 1, 2, 3, and once again, that interlacing is where you take the chord that you're going to switch and wrap it around the one that you're switching from, and then you weave home 3. Pull up and down. And keeping your fingers in between those top and bottom chords is really going to do you a lot of good. Doesn't really matter which fingers, but having that separation there and holding on to that separation is really, really useful. Alright, so we see our pattern developing here. Just like so. I always find that keeping the tension on the side that you start weaving from is harder than keeping the tension on the other side. This one's looking loose, which means I get to pull up here, and then down again. Alrighty. So you see your pattern developing here, and I'll add a picture somewhere. I'll add a photo of what it looks like when it's completed, but that's this process. You weave halfway into whatever it is, or just 3 of the way into whatever it is, and then interlace, and then in the next row you just weave until you hit the color that you had swapped last time, and then you interlace there. So let's take this apart and show you what it looks like if we put in something that's going to travel so we see how color moves along this pattern.